Podcasts on UNC-TV.org are made possible through the financial contributions of viewers like you, who invite you to join them in supporting UNC-TV.
When you think of Eastern North Carolina, you probably think of farming and fishing, not so much art. But there's a wealth of artistic talent throughout the region. And as producer Clay Johnson found out, they now have a new place to showcase their work in downtown Washington.
On a Saturday stroll down Washington's Main Street, you can hear the sound of music spilling out onto the sidewalk in front of the Inner Banks Artisans Center. It's the Beaufort County Traditional Music Association sharing the art of bluegrass. It's just one of the many artistic talents on display here.
It's a busy gallery, and it seems like we never slow down.
Busy because the artists of Eastern North Carolina needed a place like this.
We have so much talent in, I'd say, a 30-mile radius.
Musicians, sculptors, photographers, potters, and painters. Painters like Glenn Nelson, who moved to Eastern North Carolina from Alabama in 1971.
I've always painted ever since childhood. I cannot remember a time I was not painting.
Glenn started in pen and ink and drifted into oils. She loves to paint people, flowers, and landscapes.
And I see beauty in everything, and I just want to put it all on canvas.
This is my dad here. He just came home from hauling railroad ties, and he always went to the garden fence and propped his leg up there and smoked his Marlboro cigarette.
Dewey Funkhouser was in a funk one day back in 1986 looking for something to fill a void in his life when he noticed an art supply store.
Bingo. I said, that's what I'm going to do.
He bought paint and canvas and has been painting ever since.
I really paint for myself. About every painting that I do is about something I've done or where I've been and did something there at that location. And so I have a story with just about every painting that I do. There's my sisters working in the garden, Dorothy and Janice, and there I am coming in from milking the cows.
Bob Henkel is the owner of the Inner Banks Artisans Center. He bought the building with plans to have retail space downstairs and condos upstairs. Then the real estate market and the rest of the economy went south.
It sat for about a year until we found something to do with it, and this was it.
Henkel saw the need for a place like this.
There seemed to be a lot of artists that couldn't find a place to go.
Henkel found out just how many after he opened the center in December 2009.
I figured it would take us probably 6 months to a year to fill it. We were full in a month and a half.
The work of 80 local artists is on display here, and there are 35 on the waiting list. Henkel is working on expanding into the upstairs of the building to accommodate more art. The artists are juried, and if accepted, they pay a $25 monthly membership fee. In return, they get space to show their work and keep 70% of their sales. They can also rent studio space.
They just love it. In fact, one of the comments I got was when we first opened, we had our first meeting of all the artists, they said, "You have built us a place of honor." And I guess that's the ultimate compliment from the artists, is giving them a place.
For artists like Dewey, the center provides a place to showcase his skills.
It's just great exposure because people come in, they like it in here. And it gives a chance for you to show your art.
Glenn says the center provides an opportunity for professional camaraderie.
When you paint and you paint alone in your studio, you tend not to mingle with the people that like the same thing you do. So I enjoy it for the company.
But perhaps the biggest beneficiaries of the Inner Banks Artisan Center are its visitors.
It's wonderful to come in here and see the artisans at work.
And the people who live in Washington and the surrounding region benefit from the center too.
There's a need for something like this in the community, and it draws us together.
The Inner Banks Artisan Center is at 158 West Main Street in downtown Washington, and they're open 7 days a week. For more information, check them out online at innerbanksartisancenter.com or give them a call at 252-975-2223.
Podcasts on UNC-TV.org are made possible through the financial contributions of viewers like you, who invite you to join them in supporting UNC-TV.